Throughout this journey, what's been your lowest, what's been your highest that you can speak on?
Lowest, bro. There was a day I talk about this shit all the time. I think I had like $20 in my bank account, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was
Make
driving.
down bad when you gotta get that Mickey D's.
Yo, and I was driving. I was driving to Connecticut, like to the guy's crib, and I had no gas. I was running low on gas, but I ain't eat, bro, in like a day, 2 days. So in my mind, I'm trying to think like, how can I make this work where I could eat and also get gas? And I was just like, started crying and shit.
Go steal some shit? Like, so what was it?
My man's lent me some money. My man's lent me all he had.
That's wrong. He's wrong for real. That's wrong. Real shit, bro.
Yeah, he had $20 too. I'm like, all right, just send it.
What's the highest? You know what I'm saying? That point where you like, damn, God is good.
This happened this year, bro. I made somebody an offer, and then they sent me like $35,000. Like right then and there.
Here you
like,
go.
No questions asked.
Welcome back to Playaz versus Gents.
Let's get it, man. Yes, sir. We back at it again, like we never left. Guys, we finally got Get Busy Root on here. Once again, bro, I appreciate you coming on. How you feeling?
I feel great. I feel blessed. I appreciate you guys both.
Nah, definitely, bro, for sure. There's so many topics to talk about, right? And I know that you're in a space of business funding, credit, and helping people, get to that level, that space that they need to.
When you was telling me about shit that he was talking about, I was like, damn, he using credit as a weapon. Yeah. Like he used this credit and funding as a weapon. I'm like, yo, financial literacy is key right now. And for us to come somewhere where they burned down Black Wall Street, for us to come to a point now to we're using it in a way, we got somebody like Trump in office to where we can really use that in a way to get ahead. I'm like, bro, you teaching gold out here.
Yeah.
You teaching gold. You teaching us how to create bullets out here. You feel me? That's the way I see it, man.
What made you come up with the name of Get Busy Roo? Like, what is that? Like a gamer tag on the PlayStation, or is that like, what is that?
This time I was on the football field. It was like a 7-on-7, and I was guarding some kid, and then one of my boys on the sideline, and I was guarding the best player on the team. They was gonna throw him the ball, so they're like, "Yo, Roo, it's coming to you. Like, get busy." And then I heard it from a side. I'm like, "Yo, I like that." Like after the game, I think I'm gonna take that, and I put it as my Instagram. Ever since that day.
You got to give him credit for real.
Yeah.
In a way.
Shout out my boy Jomar.
Wow. You have like any type of like, I would say, belief in making it to the NFL, or is that like, how did I go about you?
Yeah, I did, but I was kind of small though. I knew I was small, but I always had like great technique, so I thought that was gonna take me far, And then when COVID came around, it made it kind of hard to go to NFL because they kept canceling the football season. So that's when I was like, yeah, like my boys are already like in business. Let me just follow like their footsteps, and that's what I did.
You got put on by someone else.
Yeah, I got put on by the people I still hang around. I just moved out to Miami, and it's like 5 of us in like a big crib, and those are the people before me that were already starting like business. So I followed them, and I'm still following them to this day.
It's like a business content house. Is there a word for that?
Exactly. It's like AMP, but we're not recording like shit like that. It's like business. You feel me?
Yeah. So it's like y'all wake up like, man, breakfast is like, man, he's the numbers and it's the logistics and shit.
Like closing deals, recording yourself closing deals, like putting together like business ideas. Like we just put together like
that's fire.
A beastie ass business idea the other day that we're working on right now. So just recording that process.
That's exactly how I was in college. It's like similar mindsets you constructed with each other to constantly build. Still sharpening still night and day.
Add on to that, like it's so important to have a team. Like if you don't have the right people around you, that can really like affect the way you are as a person.
For sure. It helps a lot with motivation. Like there's times where I know like, damn, if I don't have my guys around me, like I would feel unmotivated. I feel down right now. I wouldn't want to do certain things. But when you're around like 5 other guys that are grinding and working, it's like when you're having an off day and they're on, it's like, damn, I got to get back on my game,
Where do you feel like you get that from? Your brother mentality? Like, did you come from a tight unit family? Is it something that just...
It was sports, really.
Sports,
like you look at your teammates like your brothers. Like you guys are grinding all day, all summer. You feel me? Games, you guys are hitting people. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes on into a football game. It's just chemistry. Like when you grinding with your teammates, like you guys got to sprint together. You guys are yelling at each other. You guys are fighting, grinding all the time. So that's kind of where I got it.
What do you do when you have the weakest link with somebody that's unmotivated or somebody that's here because somebody else is here? You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. How do you deal with that?
I'm gonna be honest. Like right now, we don't have a weak link, cause we just like we put focus on who needs focus. Like if one of us is struggling in something, we all find ways where we can help each other out. You know what I mean?
Shout out to those people that see people for their inner light, bro. Cause that's something I realized too, bro. We're all people at the end of the day, but we all have things within us.
Yeah.
Like within us, bro.
Facts.
And that's something that people
100%.
gotta bring out of you. And some people will like beat you down for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's valid, bro. That's fire.
And like I said, this is Playaz versus Gents. So we are all about more than just relationships and problematic, toxic relationships. You being a high value man that you are today, do you feel like it's a lot easier to come across a good woman with high value, or do you feel like it's like a lot harder?
It's easier.
It's easier?
It's easier, yeah. I was once told, like, if you, like, focus on, like, your objective, your goal, you come across, like, the girl that you want, like, on that path, you know what I mean? So it's definitely easier, especially, like, if you have money and shit like that.
Like, I know, like, you have that concept of I have to give, especially as a man. Is that something that affects you while you're still being who you are?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest, I have to actually learn how to stop giving, because I give, like, too much. That's, like, my flaw. Like, I give too much. But, like, shit like that, at the same time, it keeps me, like, on my game. It keeps me focused. Because I know, like, if I'm giving, like, if money's coming out, I have to find ways to bring more, like, double that in. So, like, you know, I always look out for my friends, family, and shit like that. But I definitely have to slow down for sure.
You can be whatever you want to be. You probably both. But past experiences, are you a player or a gentleman?
I'll say I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, past experiences? That's valid.
I mean, in college, I was definitely, like, more of, like, a player. I feel like I'm a gentleman now, though, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more, like, settled down and shit. I'm, like, calm. I don't be doing too much.
Because of, like, the process of building yourself as being a better man, or is that, like, just your past self not having nothing and leading to just, like, doing destruction shit?
Like, back then, I was more, like, a little, like, more loose and stuff like that. But, like, I went through, like, certain phases that I passed, and then I just, like, matured over time.
Let's talk about the community service that you be doing, bro. You know, like, I see these things and I'm like, all right, man, look, I gotta get up off my ass and do something. What made you want to give back to the young kids out in, was it your neighborhood, or was it?
Yeah, it was a back to school drive from my city.
Okay, what made you want to come up with that concept?
I mean, growing up, I didn't really have shit myself. I used to struggle to, like, get, like, certain things like notebooks, book bags, and shit like that. So when I started getting, like, some type of money, I wanted to find ways to give back, you know, because, like, I know how it feels not to have shit. So just to be like that light that I ain't have and give back to my community is, like, a blessing. So, like, that day I ran that event, I seen, like, so many kids come up to me. They was mad happy, mad grateful, having a good time, and that just made me happy. You know, so that's something I'm looking to do every single year. It's gonna be like an annual thing, annual back to school drive every summer for my city.
You really gave out backpacks and, like, what was the whole ordeal you gave out?
Yeah, I gave out book bags, pencils, anything you could think of, like, that you'll need, like erasers. I gave out notebooks. I gave out folders.
How long did you plan for that? Was that something you was like, all right, next month we doing this? Or was it like next year?
She was like, yo, tomorrow I want to do this. Nah, it was probably, I planned, it took me like a week.
Word.
Like, yeah, one day I woke up, I'm like, damn, I ain't giving
Not
back to the
off
city.
the wake up.
Yeah, I woke up like, damn, let me do something for the city. Let's do it next week.
So I'm assuming that took like a budget. It took like a shopping list.
Yeah.
And it took like, all right, boom, we're going to do
Team
execution.
for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They kept telling me, like, yo, go to, like, the mayor and ask the mayor for stuff. But, like, it's too long of a process. It's too long of a wait, especially, like, if you're looking to get funds from the mayor, like, certain things, like, organized. So I was just like, yo, let's just do it here. Let's just invest it. You know what I mean? Give back, fuck it.
That being said, what went wrong? What went right?
At first, the spot that I wanted to throw the event at was, like, a certain part of a park. And it was, like, the perfect area, bro. Like, I could have sworn it was the perfect area. But then there was, like, a church event that was happening that same day. Yo, church people started swearing at me, bro. And I'm like,
hold on.
yeah, they was trying to kick me out. They were trying to kick us out. They're swearing at me and shit like that. I'm like, y'all go to church. Like, why y'all talking to me like this?
they let it out.
Yeah, they let it out on me.
They Saturday best.
And then, like, everybody that was with me, they was just like, look, yo, let's just do it on this side. I think it'll be better. Now, I hated the spot, but no cap,
Man.
it was way better than the spot I had picked out
You plan a
originally.
pretty picnic, but can't predict the weather. That's
Yeah.
so real, bro.
Dev.
That's so
Wait,
real.
say that again. I like that. Say it
You
again.
could plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather.
Facts. I like that.
That's real.
Back to the business, right?
Yeah.
If you had to start all over, what would be your game plan?
My game plan from the beginning, it would be to learn about credit a lot faster. Cause that's pretty much like what set me up to, like, get my first few Airbnbs. But I started, like, a little late. Cause before I started looking into credit, I was doing network marketing. So if I could go back, I think I would just start researching credit ASAP because I already had good credit growing up. I ain't start leveraging my credit till I was like 22, 23. But if I would have learned how to leverage my credit like at 19, 20, I would have definitely seen success a lot faster.
You feel like that takes financial literacy, or that just takes knowing the game and abiding by the rules?
I think you definitely have to be financially literate if you're getting access to lump sums of money. You have to learn how to move with it. You know, you can't overspend. You got to be very like strategic with what you do with it.
So somebody that's not very financially literate, like I'm naive to it. You know, I'm learning bit by bit. What's the way to strive toward that? You know what I'm saying? I'm a more so psychology mindset.
Yeah.
I'm a realistic, I can put stuff together mindset.
Yeah.
So what's something you could strive towards to like be financially literate if you come from a naive mindset?
I'm gonna be honest. I was just like you. I was naive too. I came literally YouTube. Like I learned
University.
I learned everything.
Shout out YouTube University.
I swear to God, I learned everything off YouTube. Like for the most part, just YouTube. Like I used to just sit there and for hours and just watch certain people. Certain people I was subscribed to that I would just watch the videos every time they dropped, just take notes, and I would just try like different techniques, different sauce like they was putting out. I was seeing what worked for me. I would check it off. What didn't work for me, I would exit out. And then before you know, I had just like a whole like blueprint of that I could follow.
That being said, bro, what's something you could teach to the culture? Like something you could teach to the culture that they're watching you now. They're going to study you after this. They're going to download everything you have. What's something for the culture you could teach them right now to put them on that mindset to be where you are?
One of the biggest things I'll teach you guys and talk about is really funding. Business funding, super important. Like especially like for new businesses, most people feel like the only way you can get access to funding is if you've been in business for a long time, you're already making money, right? That's not true. You can go out there and get funding with a new LLC. So that's what I like to teach my students.
That's
you can
facts.
go out there, get access anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 in funding from a bank at 0% interest.
Shit, that's a new car.
Yeah,
That's a new property for real.
that's
What's
a
the
lot of
steps
investments.
How we start that?
So you have to learn credit structure. Okay. So you want to have at least 7 positive accounts on your credit report. There's something called primaries, and there's things called trade lines. Okay. Primaries are accounts that the primary cardholder opens up themselves. So like if you were to open up a credit card, that's a primary. If you open up a credit builder account, that's a primary.
The kickoff and credit book,
Exactly. But then there's also trade lines where you can borrow other people's credit to kind of build up and look to kind of build up your credit profile, make it look a certain way. So I tell people you want to have 7 primary accounts on your credit report. So those are 7 accounts that you open up yourself, and then you want to have 3 trade lines on there. So you want to piggyback off people's credit 3 different times.
With a trade line, is that like a cosigner?
It's like authorized users. So like, let's say you know someone that has a credit card that has a $10,000 limit. It's been open for 10 years. You can get added on that card. And when that reporting date comes around, you'll now have a $10,000 credit card on your credit report that's been open for 10 years.
with the history.
Exactly. So it'll shoot your scores up. It'll lower your utilization.
So the trade line is 9 in total. It's 6
10 in total.
10 in total.
7 primaries, 3 trade lines.
7 primary, that's all you.
Yes.
And then the trade liner?
Trade
you
lines.
have to have a mentor or a big brother or a mom or dad that you can go off of?
Nah, so that most people they do like mom and dad, okay. But what you can do, there's sites out there like tradelinesupply.com where you can purchase them. There's people that are selling slots on their credit cards. First do is if you're looking to purchase a trade line, you're watching this, you first want to look at the limit on the trade line, so how much money's on the card, and then you want to look at how old it is, right? If it's over 10 years of age and it has over $10,000 on there, I would pay like, I would say $250 max. Okay. Yeah, but the higher the age, the higher the limit, the more you pay for it. You know, like I've paid $500 for a trade line before because it came with like $30,000 on there. It's been open for 20 years.
Yeah.
So that right there is like a shortcut. Instead of having to build it yourself, you get that added on your report. You go to the bank. It looks like you've had that open for that long. It's easier to get approved for credit cards, loans, different things like that.
What would be your next steps? And imagine if you only have $0 to your name, but you just spent all your money on that trade line. Okay. And you have good credit.
Yeah.
What do you think is your next step?
And you're a 9-to-5er, so you get paid every week.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let's make it real.
So I bought a trade line, right? I'm going to have a report on my credit. Now that report's on my credit, it's going to be easier for me to get approved for whatever I want now because I have that positive history on my credit now. So what I'll do is my next steps is to apply for 3 credit cards. I'm going to go to a credit union because credit unions give you the best interest rates and they give you the highest limits. Okay. So now this is going to be a high limit primary that you're going to have on your credit. He was talking about trade lines, right? That falls off your credit. A primary doesn't. So that trade line is gonna get me the primary. Yeah, because trade lines, you get removed off trade lines if you buy them.
By like 60 days?
That's good to tell. If you're gonna get somebody to co-sign for you, like an investor, it's good to tell them it's gonna fall off their credit.
Exactly.
That's good to know.
Yeah, like 30 to 60 days. So I'm gonna use the 30 to 60 day trade line on my credit to go into a credit union and get a lifetime primary now. That's gonna stick on my credit, right? I'm gonna add 3 of those. I'm gonna add some credit builders on my report. I'm gonna open up an LLC and I'm gonna get some funding.
So I know an LLC is like $120 to open up.
Yeah, it all depends on like where you're located. Like I'm from Mass, so it's kind of expensive in Mass.
Okay.
Yeah.
What time frames you looking at? 'Cause I know LLC, it took me like a month or two to get my letter back and registered and all that.
So you can actually, if you go file on InkFile, you can expedite your LLC. So you can have it registered within 1 or 2 business days.
Oh shit.
So I can create everything on Monday. By Wednesday, Thursday, my LLC will be complete. And then I can go to the bank. I can open up a business checking account with my information. And then I can go apply for business credit cards at 0% interest.
Shit, man. I'm signing up tomorrow because I'm
InkFile.
like, what? This is how you do it right here.
Get busy, man. Get busy.
Exactly. Yeah. And you think about like how much money you're missing out on within those 1 or 2 months. You're waiting 30 days or 10 business days where you can get it done in 2, get access to money, already start investing, and then by those 1 or 2 months, you're already seeing return on your investment.
Once you get through the studious, the tough part of studying this shit, right? How do you enjoy this money? Like, how do you enjoy this money while not blowing the money, but still blowing the fucking money?
You have to have cash flowing assets. That's like priority, right? Because when you have cash flowing assets, instead of taking money from your pocket, you can now leverage your assets, to go out and splurge. Like if, for example, let's say I get funded $100,000 and I get 3 Airbnbs. The Airbnbs are each making me $3,000 profit a month, right? Now I can take $1,000 and I can go splurge that without having to worry about it because I have 3 of them that's making me $3,000 each, $9,000 a month off of just Airbnbs. And then on top of that, none of that money came from my pocket. It came from the business funding, So once I pay off the card that I used, right, I now have access to that limit again and I can repeat that same exact process.
So you pay yourself in between that.
Exactly.
What credit union you would say is like your number one go-to if someone really wanted funding?
Yeah.
Where would they go?
I like DCU.
Of course it's DCU.
Yo, there's a DCU out here?
I don't know, but I've applied to DCU and man, they looked at my application and they was like, I'll talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I know. You know what I'm saying?
I love DCU, bro.
Yeah.
That was actually my first credit card.
Okay.
And they showed me love. It was my first credit card, and they gave me like $15,000 on the card.
Okay.
First credit card, bro.
Is DCU somebody grandma or some shit? Who's DCU? Like
digital.
They showing love. Like they know you or something.
It's a credit union. That's why I say. That's why when you go to credit unions, bro, they're gonna give you the highest limits, best interest rates. That's why, like, I don't recommend people go to Chase at first, Capital One, Discover. None of those banks at first. Navy Federal is great.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
I got a backdoor method for that.
What's the credentials to qualify? I know you probably can't be no felon. You probably can't be no crash out. So what's the credentials?
I would usually say like at least a 680 plus credit score. 680 plus credit score. And you can't have any negative items on your reports, so no late payments, no collections.
What about hard inquiries?
Hard inquiries, if you have under 6, I would say under 5 inquiries, you should be good.
Okay.
What about 3 baby mamas?
But okay, realistically, what about recent inquiries at least? That did not get approved.
It all depends. So what I do with my students, before you even apply for a credit card, we usually look at your whole report, right? We see where the bank is gonna pull from. So I know DCU is gonna pull from Experian. Right?
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll look at your Experian report before you even go in and apply. And if you have over 5 inquiries, I'm gonna do a 24-hour inquiry removal. So a lot of people don't know that you can get inquiries removed within 24 hours that aren't tied to an open account. So if you were to go up to apply for 5 credit cards today, and let's say 1 of them got approved, 4 of them got denied, you can call Experian and you can remove 4 inquiries, those that didn't get approved, off your report within 24 hours. And then you can go apply to DCU the next day.
To remove that, is that something we gotta follow your class, or is it like free game?
Nah, that's free game, bro. You call Experian, and what you're pretty much gonna call the fraud department, and you're gonna tell them, I never applied for these credit cards. I received these inquiries. Can you please remove them? It's just that simple. Within 24 hours, it'll reflect. Yeah.
Just give you a free game, man. Just give you a free game,
bro. It is free game. You heard it here. Playaz versus Gents.
I always hear like, oh, Navy Federal this, that. And I went myself. I went to Navy Federal and got an account.
Yeah.
A backdoor method. You know what I'm saying? But like, how do you feel about Navy?
They have a program. It's called the Pledge Loan. And with the Pledge Loan, you pretty much put a deposit down and it makes it look like you took out a loan for that amount. Right. So when it comes to funding, I try to get people funded as fast as possible. So the pledge loan is one of the methods that I use to get people access to funding. Because let's say you have $2,000 that you just want to invest into your credit. You can go to Navy Federal, put it into a pledge loan. It'll make it look like you took out a $2,000 loan when really you put down a deposit for it. You know what I mean? And then that right there is going to reflect on your credit that you have a $2,000 loan. You paid it off in full, right? And now you can use that history to go and get funded. So a pledge loan is something I like to look at from Navy Federal.
What's some wise ways once you get this money and you do all this hard work?
Yeah.
What's some wise ways to spend it? Because I know I have a travel bug. I love traveling.
Yeah.
But I know with a trip, it's usually like $700 to $1,000 for a flight. For the Airbnb, if it's all inclusive, it's about a $1,000. Or unless I get an Airbnb, I split with the fellas or the homegirls, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So about that, that's about $1,500 out of pocket.
Yeah.
But I'm used to doing that, just working and paying for that, going back to work. So how do you use your money to enjoy it wisely?
So I usually try to spend, I only spend 30% of any deals that I close. So like, let's say I was.
That's your budget you put into that travel fund or whatever fund you want to use it on. Okay.
Yeah. And then also on top of that, like I said, with my investments, once they profit, like I invest into like stocks. I have like high yield savings, like my high yield savings account. I get paid out like $300 a month from there. Let's say I put like 10,000 into a high yield savings account. Every month, it's going to pay me a certain percentage. Money's still going to stay in there, but then a percentage gets added on top. I can take that percentage and I can go use that and put that into, traveling or whatever the case is.
So what's some ways you like to spend your money? Since you've had it, you spent it, you get it again. What's some ways you like to spend it?
I mean, lately, bro, I ain't really been spending at all.
Okay.
I ain't going to lie
all right,
to you,
let me ask this question then. With you being, a cheapskate, which I get it though.
Yeah.
It's like that, especially like making a big change.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot of shit I've been wanting, bro. I just been
just cooling off.
just waiting a little more.
Respect, because I know you travel the world.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You give me that vibe like you'd like to travel.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
What is a recommended spot you'll go to and you'll tell someone like, you gotta go there? Places you've been.
My hometown, you got to go to DR, my island.
Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I'm Dominican.
You Dominican?
Bro. Yeah.
Are you talking about Puerto Plata? Are you talking about
Santiago.
Oh,
He treacherous.
Santiago.
I heard of it, but like
You got it. Because the thing is, bro, like people like to go to like resorts and shit like that, but you don't really get like a real experience in a resort. You're chilling with mad Americans and shit. Like the food they give you is American shit. Like,
bro, the food was fire. I was out there with my cousins.
Oh, you been out there?
Mopeds and 4-wheelers and shit.
Yes,
So all these
bro.
niggas been out here, but I
The
mean,
food was fire.
Gotta be in the trenches, bro.
The food was
For
fire.
real?
And
Yes.
our American dollars cost more. It's worth more out there.
Yeah.
So they be like, give me $2, Poppy.
Yeah.
And that's like the
how much a haircut though?
A haircut. The haircut was
I know you got a haircut out
It was
there.
$10. I think it was like $10. I tipped him though, so it was probably less than that.
They had your line straight?
Yeah, it was straight. Yeah. I was drinking the whole time.
Yo, no funny
so-
shit though.
what I'm
Dominican
saying?
barbers are some of the best barbers, bro.
Yeah?
For real?
No funny shit, bro. I swear to God.
Wow.
And
I gotta go out there, man. I gotta get my passport.
Bro, it's
man.
on the way, bro. All you gotta do
I
is
gotta
push
get
the
my
trip, bro.
passport. I've been
You gotta push the
bullshitting.
trip, bro. It's on
Yeah,
the way.
definitely.
You can expedite your passport too.
I heard like
Yeah.
the post office.
Nah,
That's what I heard.
You could if you book like let's say like you book like a hotel in Canada or something like that. You know, like how
Oh,
there's
for real?
hotels that you don't have to pay to book it.
Yeah.
And you have to pay when you arrive. What you do is you could book like a hotel like in Canada where you have to show up, you know what I'm saying? And then what you could do is you can go to like there's like passport agencies.
Yeah.
And you tell them like, yo, I have this trip. I'm going to Canada in the next 2 days. This is my proof of booking. I need my passport ASAP. You pay like an extra like $150. You get it the same day though.
It was 130 for me.
Same day.
Yeah.
But damn, cheap ass niggas, I ain't know that. I ain't know that. That's crazy, but that's good to know. All jokes aside.
How do you implement family and friends into? I mean, if you choose to, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you seem like a humble dude for real. So how do you implement that to keep you grounded?
I took my whole family to DR last month. I ain't seen my family in a minute, bro. So I was just like, yo, I miss y'all. Like, let's go to DR. So I brought everybody with me. But ever since I was young, like I always just been to myself. Like I love my family and I always show them love. But like when I lock in, I just lock in. You know, so like sometimes I don't really be around much. So whenever I do come around, I try to do something big. But yeah, bro, like I don't really like be around a lot, bro. Like I don't see some of my friends. I don't see like my family a lot. Yeah, it's bad. I got to work on that though. It is a good thing, but it can be a bad thing.
Okay.
Cause like if you're too distant, like you never know. Life is life, but like people pass away all the time. Like shit happens, bro. You never know. So like I definitely have to be more present just in case.
And you feel like this is like, high you're at right now? Or do you feel like you gotta go to another level to feel that high?
Oh, it's not. I'm high right now, but it's like it's another level, bro.
Yeah.
It's another
Especially coming out to Florida and Miami.
level. Yeah, I
it's like,
seen it.
Yeah,
It's another
What's
level.
that another level look like?
Like multiple M's, bro.
Yeah.
Like I know niggas that's making M's. No funny shit. I know niggas that have it, bro.
What's your end goal though? Like, what do you think like will get Busy Rule like okay, I'm completed.
I need like 10 M's. 10 M's like liquid. Like I don't not in investments. Like I need it in the account.
Do you feel like you can still choose to be a player or a gentleman once you get to that level?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most players though, for sure. It's like fuck you money. Like I can do whatever I want type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like as you make more, like I'm not speaking about myself, like just shit that I see. Like a lot of niggas just like
that's
I do
true.
whatever I want, bro. Type
That's
shit.
facts.
And I like even before, like when I first started making money, I used to just blow it. Like every time I got paid, I would just blow it. And then I had to start saying like I had 30% only. You know what I mean? But
What made you come with that discipline? Is that something that you
I went broke before.
okay? Yeah, that always happens
That's
to
how you know you're real.
everybody.
You can lose it all. Get
Yeah.
it all back.
Everybody.
But when you lose it, that shit feels crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
does.
wow.
Because your mind cannot get used to like what you're already used to. So for you to go back is like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my mind already expanded to making this much money. So it's like if I don't have that money no more, it's like I have the mindset still, but it's like I don't have the money. It's like, damn, I feel crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
But I would say like once you make it, it's easier to get it back because you know what you did to get there. And like you said, like your mind's already expanded. Like you've seen certain things where it's like, that has to be my norm. You just find ways to get back. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but you just find a way to get back there.
We're talking about this, right? So like just getting to know you a little bit better. It's a psychology question, right? What's 3 artists or actors, somebody that we can look up to get to know you better that describes your mind, body, and soul? Like, you can think about it for a second. So mine is Young Dolph, J. Cole, and Brent Fayez.
Wow.
Right? So J. Cole is my heart. I'm sorry. J. Cole is my mindset.
Hold on.
J. Cole is my. Well, I'm sorry. J. Cole is my heart. I'm sorry. J. Cole is my heart. He's a humble beast. You feel me? And like you see that he can slaughter rappers, but he chilling. But you respect his name. You feel
Yeah.
me? Young Dolph is my mind. It's all about God first, family, and then getting money. You feel me? And it's like, yo, I'm getting to it for real, and I'm like that, but I'm still humble. And then Brent Fayez is my soul. Like he sings a beautiful toxic song. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's toxic creating a healthy mindset.
Yeah.
You feel me? So J. Cole, Young Dolph, and Brent Fayez. What be your mind, body, and soul, bro?
Mind, body, and soul. I don't know about mind, body, and soul, but I can name you 3 that I relate
All right.
to.
So the point of the question is so that we can all listen to these people or watch these people and get to know you better. Okay. So what's the
As far as mine, I'll say Lil Baby.
okay?
I feel like he just makes hustle music.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah,
I
he
listen to
do.
him, I
He
feel like
do.
I'm in my zone. Like,
Yeah,
like let's get
for
this
sure,
money.
for sure. I'll say mentality, Lil Baby for sure. Work ethic, DDG. I've been watching DDG for years, bro. And bro, that dude he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He gonna definitely like get to it, regardless. No matter what nobody talk about, he gonna get to it.
Yeah.
So you gotta have that same, like I would say that's body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that hustle mentality, just always, no matter what, never break.
Hey, I fuck with J. Cole. Fuck with J. Cole. He's super humble. I'll say
Yeah, J. Cole's hella humble.
I said like soul. Like the way, like his
Soul.
perspective on life, like soul. You know what I mean? Like he don't have to pop it. Like niggas just know. You
at
feel
all.
me?
And people just
You're
know.
gonna respect it.
And then
You
on
feel
top
me?
of that, he went to college. He's educated. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that he raps about, you can tell he's very knowledgeable. You know what I mean? Like I like the way he presents himself. So J. Cole definitely for soul.
Okay.
Who'd you say for soul?
I'll say the same. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with J. Cole. I mean, to be honest, I didn't grow up on J. Cole, but you know, like, I see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The way he transitioned himself.
I think you have to ask everybody, bro, because it's something
That's
where
tough. That's a good question.
everybody like you can look into these artists or these actors and get to know you better.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
You said actors too, right?
Actors too, yeah. Somebody we can look
okay.
at it in the public eye and be like, okay, that's
Tom
you.
Cruise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise
What part of
is
you represents
wild.
you? What part of him represents you?
He's like a savage. He's like on go.
Man, he don't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
don't miss.
He gonna do
That nigga's-
he gonna do everything.
He's doing all his stunts, bro. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Everything.
yeah. He has
Okay.
no stuntables. Like when you see him doing something in the movie, it's him. You feel
It's
me?
him.
It's like he don't think twice. That's one thing about me. I don't think twice.
Being in a relationship, right? Let's just say you're in a relationship. Do you like most people think that being in a relationship causes issues with your financial state. Do you feel like that being in a relationship with the wrong person can, depict the way your financial state is?
Yeah, hell yeah. I feel like you can't focus the same if you're like with the wrong person. Like they're always like, it's like they're in your ear just saying shit. You know what I mean? And it's just it doesn't align. And it's like it could throw you off your game. It could cause you to make like the wrong decisions and shit like that. It can cause you to be impulsive.
So how does it look with the right person then?
I feel like they help. They make it easier. You know what I mean? Like they help with the decision making of things. Like they're actually like listening. Like there's someone that you could go to for actual advice. Like they're there with you through the process, helping you out and shit like that.
Do you believe that you can be in a relationship and kind of have that bond where you're both in business together? Or do you feel like you have to be separate? Like, I'll have to do my own shit.
No. I feel like y'all could be in business together.
Okay.
Sure. It all depends on the girl.
Yeah.
It all depends on the girl.
It's hard out here though.
Yeah,
that being said, bro,
Miami?
How would you describe your ideal relationship, bro? Like, how would that ideal woman look to you?
Like my type?
Not your type, because that can be physical traits.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, ideal. Like, how is she acting? How is she?
Would you being a high value man, like
moving as a high value man?
Yeah. I like a woman with goals, bro. Like you have to I like mindset, bro. Like when I speak to somebody, the first thing I pay attention to is like the way they think, the way they act and stuff like that. So it's the same with women. Like you have to have like a high value mindset. Even if you don't have money or anything like that, I could see potential in so much people. Like just off the like even if you have nothing, just like off speaking to you. You know what I mean?
Let's say if a woman got more money than you and she's really getting to it for real.
Yeah.
Would you feel insecure about it?
Shit.
Like she making millions.
Yeah.
And she just like, oh.
Yeah, I might feel a little crazy. But I'm gonna try to soak up as much game as I can though.
That's all you can do is like you learn from
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So say the vice versa. Like say she really don't got no money and she just like on some shit.
I don't care about that.
You know what I'm saying? So you like you'll carry her type shit.
Yeah.
But actually, how would she come to you? Because would it be on some shit like, oh, let me just be around you, or is it like, oh, let's spend this money wisely together? How would she ideally look to you?
It definitely can't come at me like with a money approach. It has to be like liking me for me type shit. You know, like wanting to learn, wanting to actually build and grow type shit. That's how I see it. But yeah, I don't really care about money like that, bro. Like I actually might even prefer my girl to have no money.
For sure.
Yeah. Like once you start from the ground, do you feel like once you get to a certain point in your life, like money just does not have no value for real? Like, do you feel like it does have value, but it's not it's just your everything? You know what I mean? Like, is it your everything, or is it something like you got to a point in your life where like, okay, money's just like, all right, whatever?
I think when you get to a certain point, you make enough and you have enough saved, it's like, you know, I have money. Like, it don't really matter no more. But like when you really like grinding it out, like money's important, bro. Like you think about money all day. Like me right now sitting down here, still thinking about money. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's every day. That's every day.
Yeah, like bro, just thinking about bread.
What's your routine when you wake up, bro? Like give us an intel on who you are. Like when you wake up, what's your routine? Type shit. Something you or a routine throughout the day you do.
I like to work out in the morning just to get like my blood flowing. I like to wake up early, get a workout in. I feel like it fully wakes me up. You know, sometimes you wake up and it's like you're not really awake, like you feel lazy. Yeah, like
especially when you get on that phone,
exactly.
Doom strolling.
Yeah. So I like to hit the gym off to wake up just to feel like I'm in my bag, and then I like to get to work. We just started like a new business too that we're working on, so I like to just put a lot of focus into that, like after the gym and stuff like that.
And another thing, I've been wanting to ask you this too, like how is that transition coming from your city to just Florida? Like, is that stressful, or is it like you becoming like basically you're a shark in your city?
Yeah.
And coming to Miami is like a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
To where like you damn near gotta be a dolphin for real.
Facts.
And you gotta portray it in a way.
Yeah.
But like, how did that affect you? Was it good or was it bad?
All good, cause I felt like a little nigga. Yeah. Like just see like back home, you don't see like no lambs. You don't see no like big buildings, no penthouses and shit like that. So when you see it, it's like, damn, like I could have all of this. So it made me feel good. It made me feel good. Like, damn, I'm in an area where I know I could build and I could get this shit. You know what I mean? So
it's like a bigger pool to grow.
Exactly.
You grow as a fish.
I feel like more free. Like I could breathe. Like I feel good here. Like this is where I want to be.
That's rare though, because some people don't have that mindset to where like they'll get around a big city and they're like, man, I gotta leave here. This is just too much for
I feel
me.
awkward. Like,
Bro,
I don't
some
feel.
people do that to where it's like overwhelming type shit.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna take highs and lows.
Yeah.
With that being said, bro, what's your throughout this journey? What's been your lowest? What's been your highest that you can speak on? You know what I'm saying, don't put yourself out there, but what's been your lowest and highest that you can speak on?
Lowest, bro. There was a day I talk about this shit all the time. There was a day I think I had like $20 in my bank account, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was
Make
driving.
down bad when you gotta get that Mickey D's.
Yo, and I was driving. I was driving to Connecticut, like to the guy's crib, and I had no gas. But I ain't eat, bro, in like a day, 2 days. So in my mind, I'm trying to think like, how can I make this work where I could eat and also get gas? And I was just started crying and shit. Just thinking about it, like,
bro, that's that overwhelming shit. It's like, man, what do I do?
What the fuck
Let me
do
just
I
let
do,
these emotions
bro?
out and then think on this shit.
yeah, like my stomach was hurting, bro.
real.
And then on top of that, it's like I got $20. I could fill up this tank, but I'm not gonna have no food.
No food.
So I'm like, damn.
What you gonna do? Go steal some shit? Like, so what was it?
My man's lent me some money.
That's raw.
My man's let me
That's
some
raw.
money.
Respect.
And my man's lent me all he had.
That's raw. He's raw for real. That's raw. Real shit, bro.
Yeah,
That's
he had
raw.
$20 too. I'm
That's
like, all right,
raw.
yo, just send it to me. I'm gonna
He
flip
a
this
real
shit.
one, man.
That's raw.
Yeah.
So that's that moment you can think on now where it's like, damn. Like I came from that.
Yeah, bro.
Now look at me. I'm over here in the penthouse shooting a podcast video, bro.
And I have shit like that, bro. Like in my snap memories. Like every now and then, bro, when I need to feel like when I need some motivation, I just go and I look at shit, like how I was really living and shit.
That's raw.
I ain't have nothing, yeah.
Okay, then some optimism again. So what's the highest? You know what I'm saying? That point where you like, damn, God is good.
This happened this year, bro. I made somebody an offer, and then they sent me like 35,000.
Sheesh.
Like right then and there.
Here you
Like,
go.
no questions asked.
What? And it's like, this all for me?
Yeah.
What's the highest though? What will you say like you help somebody with funding?
I've got somebody 175,000 in funding at 0% interest though.
Okay.
Yeah. So that shit, they got access to the funding. They started the trucking business. They got like a few different trucks, and now they're on go.
What type of bank? If you don't mind me asking.
I went to 2 different banks for it. I went to Chase Bank,
Okay.
and Chase was able to get
Chase
them
be throwing it, yeah.
over 100, and then I also went to Citizens, and Citizens got them a little over 50,000.
Okay. Wow, that's fire, man.
But yeah, bro, 30. You just like
Let
no
me
questions.
Just do it to you, and it's like it was a transaction. Cause I know I've witnessed that some people with money, it's just like, here you go. It's nothing to it.
Yeah.
But some people, it's like, oh, let me get the credification. Let me get your ID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they off the whim just gave it to you. And it was a sense of you could do whatever you want, but you could run off with it if you could.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. So how did that feel? Talk us through that.
It
How was that feeling?
felt crazy, bro, because like when I first started, like people wouldn't even send $200.
They were stingy with it. Like, I don't know you.
Like, yeah, when it came to even $200, like, yo, for $200, I'll repair your whole credit. Because now I charge $2,500, $1,000, you know what I mean?
Sheesh.
But back then it was $200. Like, yo,
Man.
listen, $200, I'll repair your credit, take everything off of there. And they're like still
Stingy about
skeptical.
it.
And it's like, can I give you $50?
But that's
like,
the
Yeah,
mind frame
down
though.
payment
Like
type
it's
shit.
like people don't invest into small portions.
Yeah.
But they'll damn near go all out for the big portions.
yeah, bro.
Which is crazy.
From what you can talk about, talk us through that day, through that transaction, through that client for that 35K, your highest moment. Allow us to live that moment with you.
So I woke up, it was one of my guys named Justin, and he actually wanted to start like his own credit funding company and shit like that.
Shout out to Justin, bro.
Shout out to Justin, yeah. So I got him access to some funding. He wanted to start like a funding company. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I can set you up with everything, give you access to, all these reps. Because the thing is, bro, with funding, you close one deal and you can make anywhere from 5,000 to 15,000 off of one deal. So if you're giving me 35,000, bro, you can make that back in like under 5 deals. You know what I mean? Okay. So I gave him access to everything that he needed for him to go and fund clients. So like the same thing I'm doing where I could go to the bank and Chris needs funding. I could go talk to this banker, give him 100,000. He has the ability to do that now. So I made him an offer because he was looking to make some more money. I'm like, listen, I could set you up with your own funding company. It's going to come with access to regular banks and then also private lending. Because not only do I fund it through banks, I also have access to lenders that'll direct deposit money in your account within 48 hours if you meet their qualifications. So he has access to a bunch of different things, a bunch of different ways that he can fund a client. You know what I mean? And he already made that back. He made that back, bro. He made that back within his first 2 months.
Or so when you got that shit,
Bro, niggas make 35,000 a year.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
niggas do
Just to
make
make that
35K a year.
Yeah.
Let's take that moment to really say that niggas make 35K a year working hand and feet all day, bro.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
And
bro just made
and taking care of kids,
And
bro.
overtime.
Bro. 35K.
That's when that shit happened. That's when it hit
Wow.
me. Like, damn, this is like, thank God I took this skill serious. Because if I didn't, bro, like,
all it would have took was just
What you
not
think you would
carry
be
that
doing
much.
though? Like if you wasn't doing credit.
no, I'm not gonna lie. Before I started like entrepreneurship, I was in Chipotle chefing.
Damn.
So I don't know what I'll be
You in
doing.
the warehouse.
But I knew though, bro. Like every time I showed up to work, I always told myself I hate this shit, and I'm gonna find a way to never come back here. And they yelling
Why
at you.
Chipotle so damn expensive though?
Yo, I don't know. But they yell at you in the back. They like, yo, we need some more rice. And I'm like, my nigga, like I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah.
So like I knew I didn't want to go back to that, bro. So it's just like when I started like learning about credit, I'm like, I'm gonna find a way to get some money. I'm gonna invest this shit. I'm never looking back. That was my goal.
That's raw.
Wow. What makes you have that mentality though? Like, did you come with like trauma, or is it something where like you was less fortunate than others, or
even a
what
mentor.
was it?
My family, I came from like a hustling family. Like a lot of people in my family was like just hustlers. And I used to just see it. Like as a young kid, like my uncle used to hustle his ass off. My dad was a hustler. My dad has multiple businesses. My mom, she used to work like 3 different jobs. So like just seeing shit like that, it's just like
Shout out to that village, bro. Your village is everything,
facts.
bro. For sure.
My grandparents, they came from DR, bro. They ain't even past 5th grade. They own like they have like 10 properties, bro. Real estate. So just like they found ways to make it happen, bro. And then I just seen the way they was doing things, and I'm like, I could do the same thing. So like just being around them built that mindset for me.
For sure. Hey, so look, man, is there anything that you want to like put out there to just the up and comers, bro? People that's looking at you like, bro, I'm inspired. Anything you want to put out there? Anything? Just a key say. Like,
You know, just take your credit serious. I feel like people don't really look into credit much. They don't do the research. You know, do your due diligence. Go on YouTube. Like I said, I spent my first 3 years on YouTube just learning different strategies to build my credit. So like if you're watching this, if you're looking to get a car in the future, you're looking to get a home, you're looking to get an apartment, credit cards, loans, credit is going to be the factor in order to get approved for all those things. So just do as much research as you can, take notes, and then not just take notes, but also apply. I know a lot of people that just take notes on things, a lot of people that just hear things, learn things, but they just never apply the information. You're never going to get results unless you apply it. So, you know, stop second guessing yourself, take the information that you're learning and find ways to apply it into your everyday life.
for sure. Put that belt to ass. Get
Facts.
that shit done. What's some shit you work on now that you like, man, I gotta grow from this?
Like things I just work on.
Like something that you personally like, damn, I've got this far, but I still gotta work on this part.
Yeah. Like I said, I give too much, bro. I give too much like to family and friends. I gotta stop doing that shit. I gotta be smarter with that. So just giving, because I feel like I'm just like a nice person. I also have to get better at saying no. I say yes to everything. I say yes too much. Gotta learn how to say no and stop giving up.
Do you think that's a big factor in everyone that does come across money? Like, do you think money has more problems, or?
Yeah, I feel like more money you make, more problems for sure. People just expect more. Family expects more. More money you make, more responsibility comes with it. So
Yeah, that's facts.
Hey man, I've learned a lot from this podcast, bro. This episode is fire, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, this shit's amazing, bro. And the way you come in here and you like, I see the way you move, bro. And I love it because you really humble, but you're knowledgeable, bro. And I just want more of that, bro. And I love to see it, man. I really do.
I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
it's definitely a rare breed for sure. So where can people find you? Like, if they want to get in contact with you, like, man, Get Busy Rules a real nigga, man. I'm trying to tap in. Like,
What's coming next?
Get Busy Rule on all socials. That's where you can find me. And then I also have a website, fundgenius.net. That's where I help people get access to funding. And what's next? I'm working on a project. It's called Elevator. And we call it Elevator because we're helping you, elevate. And with this program, it's going to be, we're a fulfillment company. So we're going to have a done-for-you offer where you can come in. You don't know anything about credit. You're looking to make money through the credit space. you can get access to your own hands-off credit business where our team is going to repair your client's credit for you. So let's say you're looking to start a credit business, you're looking to make some money, right? You can come to us for as little as $1,000, and we have different packages. But you can come to us $1,000. We'll set you up with your own credit company. You'll be able to offer the service to other people, credit repair, funding, different things like that, and then our company will fulfill your client's credit. So you don't have to do any of the work yourself. You don't have to sit down and repair anybody's credit. You grab the client's information, you upload it into a portal, and then our team does the fulfillment for credit repair.
And that's like a commission base as well, or is that like?
Nah, so you charge them whatever you want to charge them.
Oh, okay. All right, that's
so
fine.
You have a hands-off business. You want to charge somebody $1,000 for repair. Just know the results are always going to be there because my team is doing the work.
And how long does it take for the repairman?
So you're going to receive results every month. The client's going to get access to a portal. In that portal, it updates every 30 days because that's when the bureaus usually give you a response back. So if I send out disputes to like a late payment or whatever, I'm going to get responses back in 30 days. So every 30 days, they'll be able to see changes in their credit report.
Wow, that's some fast.
No work done, bro. Like if you're lazy, like let's say you work a 9 to 5, you have no time, you're tired from work. It's the perfect offer.
You gotta invest into it.
Yeah, that's it. You invest into it. You go find your clients. You charge them. Our team handles the work. You just made money.
And they can go to your credentials, your tags that you just told, and find you from there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Get busy on all platforms.
This was a great episode. Definitely. This is all about just building some of just having wealth and the mentality as well. Because without the wealth, you can't have the mentality, and without the mentality, you can't have the financial state.
That's what we all about here, man.
Yeah.
Like, we promoting positive culture, positive entities about culture, bro. Financial literacy, healthy relationships, bro. All of that, man. This is what we're promoting. This is just an example of it, bro. It gets better. It gets way more deeper. And we just glad y'all tuning in, and we glad you coming to see.
I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you for sure, man.
Definitely, bro, for sure. Man, it was a great episode. We appreciate it. Get busy, Rue. Once again, if you ain't getting busy, then what you doing?